You are now listening to Radio.
Oh my God, it's DJ No Time.
Pop at you lanes, cause I'm sucker proof. Games, boy, I'm bustin'. Lanes, cause I'm sucker proof. Games, boy, I'm bustin' proof. Lanes, cause I'm sucker proof. Don't play no games, boy, I'm bustin' proof. Pop at you lanes, cause I'm sucker proof. Don't play no games, boy, I'm bustin' proof. Look, I don't give a fuck what you niggas done. I don't give a fuck where you niggas from. Before you run your mouth, go and get a gun. Then you slumped on the scene, that's a hit and run. Oh, y'all bloods now, oh, y'all Crips now. Fuck it, I'm big draws, I'm Jake Prince now. Our frontline wars, we can't fix now. Bought latex gloves, that's no Prince now. If you broke bread, you got chip now. Couple things you can't buy inside this town. Loyalty, love, and respect. The niggas will extort you out your check. Pop at you lanes, cause I'm sucker proof. Ain't no games, boy, I'm bustin' proof. Pop at you lanes, cause I'm sucker proof. Don't play no games, boy, I'm bustin' proof. Pop at you lanes, cause I'm sucker proof. Don't play no games, boy, I'm bustin' proof. Pop at you lanes, cause I'm sucker proof. Don't play no games, boy, I'm bustin' proof. Look, I don't give a fuck how you niggas feel. I can tell a fake, I can tell a real. Got a purple heart out the battlefield. Now watch me levitate to 100 mil. Fuck a pound, nigga, fuck a pill. I negotiate a better deal. Fuck around, nigga, yes I will. Take a life before I take a ill. Time to even out the playing field. Cause niggas wasn't playing fair. I'm solo, still made it here. Rich, real nigga, ask your bitch how that make her feel.
Original bad man, touch the road and take up 1,000. The streets them are our own. You don't know if we chop on the streets when we say you home. They get hotter than a toaster. Them violate Russian and Costa. Why this? Lipsy also. Exercise, make sure your finger muscle. Exercise, make sure your finger muscle.
Can't stand on the beat, 2030 we still a do it. Every stage show we still a keep. Every beat song them a repeat. Them a wristband in them feet. Them a clap hands in them teeth. Make them heart attack in my altar back. Enough style we have, them can't alter that. Me start a track and them start attack. So what am I gonna do right after that? Me only spit lyrics, no really talk a lot and I know. Touchdown like quarterback for my count up the money, give me half of that. Me coulda do it for the hype, but rather not. You give me joy if you write rhyme pan beat. Lay down like white line pan street. Music sweet, I just like one treat. Drop it hotter than island heat. Yeah, me with the island floor. It coulda be digital, I don't know. Hear some people say I don't grow. Tell them all on for time go show. Kick it like a balotelli. You say me look better on a telly. Give me the world and me aga shelly. That I'm a dream with the sun and Ellie. Give me the rhythm and chop it a chop. When me finish if it a drop. No say my voice up a proper on that. But my name still on a flat and attack. I do reggae music. Cause in the commotion. When the music hit me. Coming like a potion. Why? Alright. Yeah, me have the waves never stuck in the ocean. Coffee have a style them smoother than a lotion. Why? I know everybody got the keys, but me have it with me seat. Give Caesar what for Caesar, give the youth them a feature. What I go on to Jamaica, Parliament on the paper. Forget the youth them a cater, that's why the country not safer. Here say the guns them pile out here, here not much make a smile out here. Here say the youths them wild out here, money can't run for a mile out here. Here say the government vile out here, get a tears long of an aisle out here. Youths are turning a last file out here, that's why them send for a child out here. Me humbly no, but me hype on the beat. Look out for coffee, me life on the street. Me have 5 feet, but me sharp like teeth. Coffee me name, so I'm bound with heat. Me take the heat, I'm a melt with the ice in a politician. I'm them start pay price, juvenile man out, no like plain rice. Cover any politician when I play nice. I do reggae music, cause in the commotion. When the music hit me, coming like a potion. Why? Alright. Yeah, me have the waves never stuck in the ocean. Coffee have a style them smoother than a lotion. Why? 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 Why?
Shoes that
Good chain and the good ring them. If me shopping at the mall at the good store them. My car when me drive at the good car them. No chicken head that does a good girl them. Pretty face with the good shape them. In a bun bush weed that does a good job. Country pepper girl that tell me say me well up. Artist singing in the streets and I me say that. Everything when me put on from Gucci to Louis Vuitton, Jimmy Choo, Italian Balenciaga. Some a say them a god, me a god. Every waiting at the world I love me maga. Every girl is incomplete with her good teeth and pretty feet. If they not fit the description, that's all the other.
Salvatore Ferragamo, it a top on them. Kasha name, I fi call pan them. Some boy gonna cough hell light pan them. Image on my tablet. Price tag there, I'll insure them. Muggling, red carpet them. Girls roll out in the red pumps them. Yo ding, but we put a roll call on them.
Country pepper girl, I tell me say me well up. Artist singing in the streets and I me say that. Everything when me put on from Gucci to Louis Vuitton, Jimmy Choo, Italian Balenciaga. Some say them a god, me a god. Every waiting at the world I love me maga. Every girl is incomplete with her good teeth and pretty feet. If they not fit the description, that's all the other.
Bossy, Godfather, man a OG, man a half humble, man a bossy. Fling a rag a rhythm like it's all free.
Too much music at
Bossy, house on the coast G. My money so long it doesn't know me. It's looking at my kids like I'm bossy.
Hey yo, Idris, tell them what they're gonna take the piss. When step out, do that turn up in a diss. Body comfortable, I'm physically fit. I'm brown and sweet, just like the chocolate. Yo, Wiley, them ones sound like me. They done a pretty with the okra body. Shut down in the city with me bad girl pussy. Every man want piece of me. The back of them a pop and them a bun weed. Man want wine behind me have to move kind dusty. I'm looking for a brother who got hella pound. 079, baby, I'm a hammer, did you shop?
Bossy, Godfather, man a OG, man a half humble, man a bossy. Fling a rag a rhythm like it's all free. Bossy, house on the coast G. My money so long it doesn't know me. It's looking at my kids like I'm bossy.
Hey yo, Sean.
Hey, so when me spitty funny with it, maybe gala get with it. Spitty funny with it, maybe gala get. When me spitty funny with it, maybe gala get with it. Wind up your body and spin it. Girl, when you bubble, that's a trouble. Why you give me this something now? Turn it around and bring it. You're pressing it back on and on. Never push that button, my girl, down.
She just wanna waste your time. She just wanna show you often. I just wanna make you mine. So many things I can tell you. Boy, you be on my mind. I know you try to give her diamonds, so even if she still don't shine like I do. If they ask me if I want you, you know I say. And you know that she can put it on your life. If we fail that, we do it over again. Cause you know we need the same, know we need the same. Slow for me, slow for me, slow for me, slow for me. Slow for me, slow for me, slow for me, slow for me. Slow for me, slow for me, slow for me, slow for me. Slow for me, slow for me, slow for me, slow for me.
SLOW, yeah, I pull up with one or two of you with me, but you seem like you bout the business. Who bout to witness this? I feel gifted. It's just like Christmas, baby. I'm lifted. Call me later, baby. I'm waiting. Maybe we'll get this. Living room, sex, guest room, yes, boom, boom, on the headset. I got high hopes of what I think to plan it. Boy, I know you still stuck on what you landed. We got ego, fuck all the ego, cause we know what we know, and we go back like 3, 4 flats on the lag. Melly, can you bring it back, real? Slow for me, slow for me, slow for me, slow for me. Slow for me, slow for me, slow for me, slow for me. Slow for me, slow for me, slow for me, slow for me. Slow for me, slow for me, slow for me, slow for me.
Nowadays out here talking about you. Men lie, woman lie, I don't mind it. Celebrating, no reason to doubt you. It's not like I'm allowed to be jealous honest if I am, you know I'm gonna hide it. You keeping my composure when they constantly try me. All up in your image, stop faking that shit. You don't pay, you don't mind unless it's making you rage. Damn. I'm gon' roll, and I ain't coming back now. I took notes, and I'm tired of being let down. You could be honest with me, babe. Be honest with me, babe. I have to let you know I'm built that way. So give it to me straight. Just give it to me, baby. I handle it, you know I'm built that way.
You the only one I confide in. As long as you don't confine me to the boundaries they try to place on us. Keep it pushing when they try to put the brakes on us. Girl, you know I'm rock solid. They throw shade, but it's not my problem. We ain't tripping, no, not an hour later. Middle finger to the haters that be trying to play us. I've gone rogue, and I ain't coming back now. I took notes, and I'm tired of being let down. You could be honest with me, babe. Be honest with me, babe. I have to let you know I'm built that way. Yeah. So give it to me straight. Just give it to me, babe. I handle it, you know I'm built that way.
You know I'm built that way. I'm built that way. I'm built that way. I'm built that way. In that way. In that way.
Oh my God, it's DJ No Time.
Ain't got no riches, ain't got no money that runs long, but I got a heart that's strong and a love that's tall. Ain't got no name, ain't got no fancy education, but I can see right through a powdered face on a painted fool. Let me slip through. Why you tryna hold me back? I'm just tryna move up front, little more this, little less of that. Let me come through. I'm tired of being in the back. I'm just tryna move up front, little more this, little less of that, yeah. They tell me I was born to lose, but I made a good thing out of bad news. I don't worry about people in my face. I hit them with the style and grace, and watch the ankles break. Whoa. I know you wish I would fade away, but I got more to say. Lord, they pray. Ow! Let me slip through. Why you tryna hold me back? I'm just tryna move up front, little more this, little less of that. Let me come through. I'm tired of being in the back. I'm just tryna move up front, little more this, little less of that, yeah. They tell me I was born to lose, but I made a good thing out of bad news. All day, all night. Alright, 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 news. All day, all night. Alright,
Love me like it's our first
all
time.
day, all night. Alright,
Love me like it's our
all
last.
day, all night.
Love me like it's forever.
All day, all night.
Love me like you know it's too fast. In this plain land, I don't wanna do shit but hold your hand. In the middle of the street like this, my man. Or we can dance to that traffic jam. You can show me round town, show me how it lights up when the sun goes down. Till the waters rise up, then we both drown. In the cover of the night, or whatever you like. I won't be here for too much longer. You know I wish I could stay. You know I wish. Don't tell me not to go, I'm gonna. around, miss my plane. Fucking around, I'm just playing. But love me like it's our first time. Love me like it's our last. Love me like it's forever. Love me like you know it's too fast.
Love me like it's the first time. Wait. Love me like it's the last. Love me like it's forever. Love me like you know it's too fast. Love me like you know it's too fast.
I move like speed, so I can't slow down. Only got one night in your town. I wanna take a dip in your river. Fuck that, I wanna drown deep in your water like a fish upstream. How the hell you fit the ocean in your jeans? I'm the only duck swimming in that. Hit a big wave, then we big back. Pull up in the town, then I hit the stage. Rage, then I get the big stacks. Ooh, money make the booty go round. Lies, break backs like a broke nigga with a Kit Kat. Throw the ass out, home run with a big bat. Drive wide low, I don't know where you sit that. Beat, beat, beat. Park that shit right on my lap. Where the hook at?
Love me like it's our first time. Love me like it's our first time, baby. Love me like it's our first time. Love me like it's our first time, baby. Love me like it's our first time. Love me like it's our first time, baby. Love me like it's our first time. Love me like it's our first time, baby. Love me like it's our first time. 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 Love me like it's our love me like it's a love me like it's a love me like it's a love me like 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 love me like
Welcome back to Radio, everybody.
Radio.
Yeah, we back in the beat. You already know what the fuck going on.
What happening, nigga?
How'd y'all like that first part? I don't know if we should get into it immediately, but I want to start off by saying R.I.P. Nipsey. That's kind of nuts. This is being recorded the Friday after that shit happened. It was really crazy. Like,
it's been a week, right? This was last weekend?
It was like Sunday, yeah.
Yeah, wow. I guess my initial thoughts is it's there are a lot of testimonies about how great he's been to people and for people. What an amazing guy he's been, and so it's sad to hear people being assassinated like that for these things. I'm I don't I'm pro this had to be involved with the government. I feel like, a lot of these there aren't a lot of black businesses that you see that are gonna become generational. He had something growing like a Black Wall Street. He had Black Wall Street coming up, so you destroy it. So it's I don't know if anyone else wants to start talking.
I don't think it was the government. I think it was just a hating ass nigga because those do exist. Um, like, yeah. So, I'm not saying it couldn't have been the government.
Like it's government behavior. The government reacting the same way as regular hating ass niggas act.
I mean, but the guy that did it was like known in the community to be a bitch ass nigga.
On top of that, if it was government involved, you wouldn't have. It wouldn't be the response to your death wouldn't be so huge that even the LAPD and the LA Metro are looking at you like, wait, him?
Yeah.
He got shot?
Yeah, that's true. Like, I mean,
when they literally had I remember when he got shot. Like, I remember watching the interview. Well, not the interview, but like the live press conference that the LAPD had to say on it, and the person in charge was literally like, I had to do like 4 takes to realize to realize the name that I was reading had just died. When you have the LAPD on your side, like the most, undoubtedly, probably the most racist, horrible police, that or Chicago, being like, no way that he's gone. When you were a former like gang, everything, I don't know, man. I think overall it was probably just a hating ass nigga who got mad because Nips was like, I'm not messing with the snitch ass nigga, and he felt a certain way. It felt like he needed to act out whatever that was, and now we've lost a great man.
Regardless, I think we can all agree it was a tragedy. It shouldn't have happened. Whatever the motivations behind it were, like, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's not.
I think that's one of the worst things about when these type of murders, assassinations happen, is that it's out of such a jealousy and such a spite that's so temporary. Like, out of this one moment, you decide to take away someone's life and you completely ignore. You see red, I guess, you decide to completely take away something that could be so much longer, that can not forever, but it didn't have to be so short. It's not worth it.
Bro, it's just like seeing that you were just like, bro, like Darius, I remember when you and I were just like, who shoots Nipsey Hussle? Like, of all the people you could shoot.
Like, out of everybody in the fucking hip hop community, the LA community, like, Nipsey was a dude that you literally never heard like bad shit about.
Like, not even saying that someone deserves to be shot, but nobody shot 6ix9ine. I'm just like, yeah, it's interesting.
Like niggas, like niggas that do so much shit for the community, and niggas that just like are good people and like don't. All they do is try to help others. Like, those are the niggas that you wouldn't expect to, get killed on some stupid shit like that. And it wasn't even like it was just like it wasn't even like it was just like some split second shit. A dude left the spot, came back, and then shot him. So from what I heard, or what I read with Nipsey's brother's interview, what happened? Dude left, comes back, shoots Nipsey once. Sees that nobody has a gun because apparently just the type of dude that Nipsey was, most of the niggas that worked at the Marathon store were felons, so they couldn't like have guns. He hired felons because it was hard for felons to get a job anywhere else. Like, that's crazy good. Like, he's giving niggas second chances, and because these niggas don't have guns, bruh sees that, oh, nobody about to shoot back, so after he shoots Nipsey once, he runs back, shoots him again, starts to walk away, shoots him in the head, and then kicks his head and runs away. Like, that's fucked up. There's also 2 other niggas that got shot, which is also why I don't think it was like a government thing. Nobody talks about the two niggas that got shot because they lived, but still. Either way, like that's so fucked up. Like how disrespectful is that? You shoot him, and from what I heard, that Nipsey's child was there. So this just makes me sick to even think about it. To be honest, like Nipsey was an amazing person. I didn't even listen to his music, but like I know I heard a couple songs, but I didn't listen to his music like that. But like as a person, he was a good dude. So for that to happen is insane.
I mean, you could see it, I suppose, in the in his language. My fault. You can see it in his language. And I mean, the spirit radiates, it shines just like the sun. It hits you, and so you could see in the way he talked and the way he carried himself. And there was a kindness, there's a generosity there. There was a genuineness with it. Also, it was real for him. And that's who he was. From the beginning, I guess, with a lot of, I think about that sometimes with artists and just seeing their old stuff and seeing how they are now and the way they've grown, and there are aspects of them that have always been there. And so when you see parts of, at least with the entrepreneurship, and like there's a with his name even hustle, and just like, so one thing that definitely surfaced was him when he was younger talking about how he'd rather invest than spend money on chains and everything, which is of course a great way to go, but it's just one aspect of him that was always there. And then you see how it's grown, and that was really something that he was passionate about. And like when legends are legends, like it's something that they've been interested in and that they've loved from the beginning. So to see that that's what he's chosen to love, and not only be a businessman, but be one in such an amazing likeness, like actually be a great person while being a businessman, like that being his love. That it wasn't necessarily money that he loved or liked to do. Like he might have been good with it and like good being business, but he liked people, because business is people. In the end of the day, at least that's how it's been for a long time. But business is people. He loves people, and so you see how he is with the community. It's more than business. He's for people. He's a people's champion.
Just to add on to that, like he actively worked to make sure that everything in his, not just even in his hood, but overall in LA was just good. Like the things would be straight. Before he died, he was about to work with the LAPD to like figure out ways to reduce gang violence even more in the community. Nipsey was a dude that was so well respected that he could walk into any hood, 80,000 rollie on, 100,000 chain on, and be good. Like any hood in LA as a 60. Like, do you understand how well respected you have to be for nobody to be, not even for nobody messing with you, but for people to actively approach you like, yo, what's up, Nip? How's it going, bro? That's crazy. The impact that you have to have on people for that, to where 3 guys recorded a radio show in a college room, 1 from Augusta, Georgia, 2 from Washington, D.C., know about this guy and what he did, and felt it when he got shot. Felt it when it was announced that Nipsey Hussle died at 33. Felt it when this man had just won a Grammy nomination. It had finally looked like, yo, he's about to be on the up and up for real. And that's it. Like,
I mean, I'm not saying like there's ever a certain time, but like this just, I think everybody can say with certainty that this is just the wrong time for that to happen for him. Like, it didn't make sense. And just like somebody who does so much for people, like, it's nuts. It's nuts, man. He was more than just a rapper. Like literally more than just a rapper. Like,
he was an icon.
Yeah, like
He was actually an icon.
like, and it's not just like some, oh, now everybody want to talk about Nipsey type shit. Like, Nipsey was one of those dudes where if you followed hip hop even slightly, you knew what he was doing. You knew about how he sold his mixtape for $100 with only 1,000 copies of it and sold out. Like, he was a businessman.
he just understood supply and demand And after that, let me go reinvest all of that. He used the money to do that to buy, I think it was like his first studio, so that he wouldn't have to spend any more money recording at the studio. He was like, I could just make my own space and do that. And now I've completely cut out the middleman and I keep building my own stuff. And along the way, he never stopped helping people up. It's like the principle of like, you know, I'm going to get rich first before I help everybody else so that I can actually do something. Shouts out Hove, especially helping out Uzi. 21 Savage doing the same thing. The financial literacy. It's like actually reaching back and like helping. Nipple, I think, was really interesting because even along the way, he's been helping people like again and again and again. Like as long as you proved that you were solid and that you weren't on some like actively corny stuff, he would help you out. He showed love to so many people, and that's why he's getting so much love back. And I think that's a model that we can all follow for all the way into the future, especially as young black men who, you know, are a lot more fortunate now because we're living in a time where our culture is finally being celebrated, and not just in terms of cash, but in terms of actual acceptance and like expansion upon what we are. So, yeah, no, it's shoot, R.I.P. Nip, but the marathon continues.
I guess we'll head into the next section. Want to talk about it a little bit, the song?
So, y'all got the first section. It was just to get off that note. It was a more of a hype dance party, everything, all that. For the second section, I wanted to definitely make something. I imagine myself riding around on drop top with my girlfriend down like streets with the palm trees up.
You own a drop top, bro?
And I want to make a soundtrack to go ahead and complement that. So I hope y'all enjoy this part wherever you are. Own a drop top or you don't own a drop top, go crazy with it. You know, don't let the ashy ass niggas hate on you. It's all good. Y'all hear that? I don't hear nothing. Anyway though.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you done or are you finished? All right then. Let's head off into the next session. You're riding out with DJ No Tag. This is Radio. We're here with Lil Mikey. Darius is Jay. You know what the fuck going on.
Mikey, Big Mike.
Let's get it.
bitch, yeah, from the side. Hit a little bitch from the side. Ay, now she won't be mine. Ay, now your bitch gon' be Valentine. Ay, I can fall in love, I'm a slime. Ay, I'ma take your heart every time. On you no more. I ain't in love with you no more. Yeah, see, I ain't got time for them games no more. Fuck with me, you get rich more. Bitch, I'm Kanye, yeah, it's that route, bro. Yeah, just a black ass and fucking on these lords. I got all my money, I just counted on the floor. Don't lie, you my friends on me, don't lie. You my friends on me, don't lie. You my friends on me, don't lie. Hey. Don't lie, you my friends on me, don't lie. You my friends on me, don't lie. You my friends on me, don't lie. Hey. Money real, fuck how you feel. I can pay your bills, yeah, but girl, you ain't my bitch. Ay, she can't keep her lips, so she run them out for good. Ay, she want me to fly out, but I don't do that shit. Ay, I can't get attached, cause she ain't get me rich. Ay, cut these hoes off every day with my sisters, yeah. Man, just hold them all the day, then I hit. Ay, please with bands, let's see what she say, she's not true, yeah. Don't lie, you my friends on me, don't lie. You my friends on me, don't lie. You my friends on me, don't lie. Don't lie, you my friends on me, don't lie. You my friends on me, don't lie. You my friends on me, don't lie. Touch out.
Oh my God, it's DJ No Time.
Jay bugging on them 808s. I'm in London with a chick who love me. Say they get into the money, we ain't seeing nothing. Why they frontin'? We keep all the honeys. Had some homies turn phony, but we seen it coming. I'm in London with a chick who love me. Say they get into the money, we ain't seeing nothing. Why they frontin'? We keep all the honeys. We keep all the honeys. Bitch, we keep them coming. Why they talking tough? Bro gon' bring the drum in. I just shipped it by the mail, the packet keep on coming. Call up Big So, and you know he running. All these niggas really talking, but they do not want it. Listen, I stop, Cuban, wind me down. Bitch, I'm stepping in Da Vinci, my kick game on Kung Lao. And when I come through, they convinced that they could bite on my style. Tell a bitch like bite down, go tight cow, let's lights out. I'm in London with a chick who love me. Say they get into the money, we ain't seeing nothing. Why they frontin'? We keep all the honeys. Had some homies turn phony, but we seen it coming. I'm in London with a chick who love me. Say they get into the money, we ain't seeing nothing. Why they frontin'? We keep all the honeys. We keep all the honeys. But we keep them coming.
I heard your shit fugazi. Renz ain't never been lazy. All white Benz Mercedes. Short film, got a clip for any motherfucker look at me crazy. Little boy better stop playing. Little boy better stop praying. Lil' so gon' stop spraying. TFK in London, TFK in Paris. Shout out DJ Ferris. Gangsta ain't on the playlist. We so underrated. Don't get it twisted, baby. Got my kids from Nike. Yo, man got hits from Payless.
I'm in London with a chick who love me. Say they get into the money, we ain't seeing nothing. Why they frontin'? We keep all the honeys. Had some homies turn phony, but we seen it coming. I'm in London with a chick who love me. Say they get into the money, we ain't seeing nothing. Why they frontin'? We keep all the honeys. We keep all the honeys. Bitch, we keep them coming.
I just dropped a couple $1,000 on my wrist. I just came up on a couple thousand on the link. We just flew to private, stopped in London on a sick day. 4 seasons, get rubbed out by the baddest for a chick. Little baby, she getting attached to me. These virgin niggas about to rack up. Be honest, I don't really rap for free. I need all the cheddar like mac and cheese. Y'all niggas so doodle, y'all ass to me. Y'all 5950, y'all caps to me. I get to the bag and I pass the lane.
All I know is that I gotta have it. Smoking dope, but I call it the Jadic. I've been stacking, I made it a habit. Hey, but what happened? I thought you were savage. So obvious when they be acting. Got a lot of it, I get direction. I'ma treat her like my side bitch. Cause she fronted on me back then. Could've put you in the diamonds. You rather be with the plastic. And I ain't trusting nobody unless I see you in some action. Keep my brothers right by me. You other niggas get to packing. I was broke, nigga, I was embarrassed. Now my pockets filled up with the cabbage. Now this money everlasting. I used to put it in a mattress. Hey, but I'm okay if you asking. I went and got me a bad bitch. She came with a little baggage. Yeah, but it's okay cause I'm cashing. If I see it, I want it, I'm splashing. But it ain't for her, she can't have shit. Need a new whip, do the dashing. I've been on the road for the back end. And I'm moving slow, never lacking. Diamond dancing like I Jackson. Was drinking O's, then I taxi. Got a yellow bone, she a taxi. Her friend want a bone, now she ate. Both these bitches hoes if you ask me. You wasn't with me on the block, ain't help me stack it, ain't help me grow. When you see me at the top, stay where you at, leave me alone. I'm straight flexing. I'ma need all of the extras. Put the hood on my bag, no pressure. Tryna get the Maybach, no Tesla. That money, it look like it stuck to me. I came up, now they don't wanna fuck with me. My niggas know that they stuck with me. Wasn't there, then you can't get the bucks with me. I'm with the same gang, ain't shit changed. Niggas that was in dubs with me. I had to stain, now I gotta maintain. They was running it up with me. And if I run down on your main thing, then she leaving the club with me. She know I'm up now, had a chain bling, gotta fall in love with me. I'ma go cash out on that new crib, now I'm living in luxury. The Lambo is yellow like Bumblebee. Pocket supersized double D's. Hey, all I know is that I gotta have it. Smoking dope, but I call it the Jadic. I've been stacking, I made it a habit. Hey, but what happened? I thought you were savage. So obvious when they be acting. Got a lot of it, I get direction. I'ma treat her like my side bitch. Cause she fronted on me back then. Could've put you in the diamonds. You rather be with the plastic. And I ain't trusting nobody unless I see you in some action. Keep my brothers right by me. You other niggas get the packet. I was broke, nigga, I was embarrassed. Now my pockets filled up with the cabbage. Now this money everlasting. I used to put it in the
Welcome back to Radio.
We don't sound like that.
This was to bring in our next talking point. And y'all heard that Old Town Road remix though?
Yeah, that Billy Ray. Bro, why is can you lift your leg? Thank you. the wire was stuck. Never mind. Billy Ray Cyrus really showed up. Me personally, Billy Ray Cyrus is cool. I actually do enjoy country music. I think it's nice. When I was living in North Carolina for a little bit, in the days of Free Lil Mikey, see, like this hating Darius trying to hate on me like in country music. Go ahead, bro. See what you gotta say.
You listen to country music recreationally? Nah, I can't rock with that one. What country music do you like? Name some artists.
I mean, really, I only listen to Wheeler Walker Jr. and Young Thug's Beautiful Thugger Girls. That's it.
Nigga, you don't listen to country music then?
I mean, that is country music. It's country.
You listen to the Walmart Safe brand of country music.
Bro, what you just described is like white people like, yeah, I listen to rap and they listen to Logic and Eminem. Yes. You literally named two artists.
Okay. So the important part about Lil Nas X being kicked off of the billboards, right, is that people do not appreciate, at least labels don't appreciate people trying to switch genres. It's something that's very abnormal for artists to do, especially when they're big. I think it's the same thing for consumers too. Like consumers want to hear the same stuff from people, whether that's switching genres or not. I think that's one of the reasons like people get what's the word I'm thinking of? But people are uncomfortable when like Kanye was experimenting, like not even getting the Ye, but like with Yeezus, yes. I started listening to a gentleman named Scott Walker who just passed, and his music is really good. So he's a really old artist, yeah. And he started off making sort of like Beach Boyish, like rock tunes, like around the Beatles. And his later music is very like dark and silent. Like it's like so he had stopped making music for a decade, and then it's like it was completely different. And I know no one who used to listen to his music is like, bro, what is this? And me, I can sort of it sort of sounds like who's the FKA Twigs, sort of like that. So to go from like the Beatles to that is very interesting. But just as realistically, people grow, people want to do different things. Like it's true.
I think one thing that makes it easier for like he said, people that may have started like originally listen to his music and they listen to it 10 years later, it's harder for them to accept it because that's what they're used to. But you, when you come in later like that, you get the entirety of their career or the entirety of their catalog at the time. So them being a varied artist, if they show that type of variation in their career, it's very easy for you to accept it because that's what you know them as. You don't have some type of familiarity with their work prior to. But if like, I think that's why niggas hate Drake so much. I mean, besides the fact, wait. Besides the fact that like Drake just kind of like hops on waves, people feel like Drake doesn't have like a real, like a real voice, a real sound. Like
I will say this about Drake is that the one thing I really do appreciate about him is that he recognizes when he's either maybe getting stuck in something, or I don't want to say fall off, but definitely getting maybe left behind in a way in terms of sound and everything. And so he does like you could say hop onto a new wave, but I think he's very good at being a chameleon and working with so many different types of things, you know? And that's honestly not a bad thing. You have, really, especially if you're at the tier that what Drake is at, it's like when I think of Drake sometimes I'll think of Madonna. Because it's like Madonna sort of had the same issue at first, and then she had dropped, what was it, like a Virgin or some, I forget the exact name of the song. But anyway, that's when like you could say her career started changing because her brand image also started changing. But to go back to Scott Walker as well, it's important for an artist to rebrand, but there's definitely like a skill to rebranding. Because if you're too sudden, then you just completely alienate like darn near not like 80% of your audience. So the only thing I have to say before I just give it to you, Micah, is just like with Lil Nas, I feel like I think he's in a funny place because it's like he made this country trap hit that goes. Oh my God, it goes. And then, did his little fight and got Billy Ray Cyrus to get on the track, which is a huge accomplishment. But I think he's still in a good position that I don't think he'll get stuck in that. Because when you think about it, didn't he start off as just a meme account?
What I heard.
Yeah.
What I heard.
I definitely used to
you can fact check this, but apparently he used to be like Nas Mirage or something, and like he was a Nicki Minaj stan account. like real shit. Like supposedly, like that. Like they're tweet that nigga. Apparently, like that was a real thing. Actually, I don't think he was like ironic. I think he was like genuinely a Nicki Minaj stan. I don't know how true that is, but that's what I've heard. Yeah, and I think another thing for Lil Nas X is that he doesn't really. I don't want to say he doesn't have a brand because he's currently a country rap nigga right now, but like the project because that song released with an entire project, it doesn't sound. Yes, yeah, it's called like a Nosferatu or some shit like that.
And that's the only song like that sounds like.
Yeah,
So
like
that's actually what I was gonna start talking about too.
So he doesn't really have a brand, so he can really do whatever with this newfound fame if he decides to keep going. Yeah, that's what he was at the Hawks game. He performed at the Hawks game. Yeah.
I would say I would disagree. Actually, I'd feel like the people are gonna expect more country trap songs from him, and if he really wants to do that, like if he was not that he was necessarily playing around, but if he had planned to really have that be his direction, and if people be disappointed if he doesn't take that direction, it's very interesting. I think another thing that I thought of when off of Desan's point where he was talking about sort of the chameleon image is that like I think so when there's a way to do it well, like I feel like someone like Miley Cyrus isn't doing it well. Like it's very wishy-washy with people that enjoy her, and it's just like she's had her moments. Her and like Katy Perry and a similar light have like had moments where they've been with black culture, and people can't try and tell they're just trying to monetize off of that. And then it's like they go off. They have a brand where like they go off back to their whatever, and then they go back on. Like Miley just put on a wig and started doing Hannah Montana, and like started doing this little wave where people are looking back at their old Disney Channel shows, and they're like, oh, the nostalgia, like bring this back, because the Jonas Brothers about to release an album. So it's like that was really smart of her.
To be fair with the Jonas Brothers, though, they're not like reskinning themselves. They're just making more music. We fuck with the Jonas Brothers at Radio, by the way. Shouts out to Year 3000. That song goes nuts.
I actually didn't used to have music taste when I was a kid. Like, I didn't know what my music taste was. And the first album I ever got from my mom was a Jonas Brothers album. It was a double-sided CD or something like that. Yeah, she got that for me when she got me a CD player. That was my first album that I ever had, my first physical copy.
I think the first CD I ever had, like, it was either 50 Cent, like, Get Rich or Die Trying, or Chris Brown's original album. Like, I fuck with Chris Brown's original album heavy. That's his, like, best album in my eyes. It's so good.
This is so true, actually. Oh my god! Like, I don't remember the first CD or anything I bought, but I remember the first vinyl I bought myself was actually Justin Timberlake's 2020 Experience.
Really?
Yo, really? Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Actually, for a vinyl, I can see why they wait that long.
Right.
Yeah, that was kind of like when vinyl was starting to get popular.
Definitely, yeah. That's when it started. The wave really started blowing back up. Shouts out Urban Outfitters. Shouts out over expensive clothing you can find at a thrift shop.
Yeah, but to speak to Micah's thing about like people kind of like switching, I feel like somebody that was black that hasn't really like kind of done the switching thing well was Lil Yachty. Because he came out very melodic, right? That was his whole thing. And then he started being like a rapping ass rapper, like this hard ass nigga. Yeah, like his whole career basically became like Mason 97.
That joint was hard.
Yeah, that song is hard, and like that's the shit that niggas like. But he tried to do like the melodic shit again in Teenage Emotions, and everybody hated it. Like everybody. I mean, he thought he did. He also like if you look at an interview for Teenage Emotions, he was like he felt really shitty, and it like really still fucks him up to this day because he felt like he made a very good project in Teenage Emotions, and he thought he was giving people what they wanted with Teenage Emotions because everybody kept telling him to do like the Lil Boat, yeah, do that shit, and it flopped, and he's like, fuck it. So I'm gonna just keep doing this rapping ass rap shit that I know is gonna sell.
Lil Yachty's so interesting because it's like I sometimes feel as if like as an overall brand he knows what he's doing, but as an artist he's really confused, and I don't really think he has a solid plan on like how to even go about that. Teenage Emotions was really like not good at all. And one of the big reasons for that, I think, was that he was just listening to what everyone was saying too much. You still have to have an artistic image that you're going for. Like the initial, like what was it called? His very first mixtape, I still think is his best project. Lil Boat is Yachty's best project. Like, period. There's just not even like, you can't even, it's not close. The way he managed to combine both the Lil Boat and the Yachty persona was perfect. I mean, we saw it on one night, and then after one night, you get something like Minnesota. Like, what? You know?
Also, Yachty still has the hardest album covers. Like, his shit is fantastic. What is it? Harder? Yeah. What was the last one?
It was something too.
Is it Harder Than Ever or Nothing to Prove? Nothing to Prove. That's so hard, bro. Like his verse on mixtape by Chance the Rapper, accurate as fuck. He's like, am I the only nigga that still care about cover art? Also, good verse from Yachty. Like Yachty has some hit or miss verses. That is one of the good ones in my eyes.
He has some pretty good features actually.
Taylor Bennett. What song was that? Ooh, with Superboy. Neon Lights, I think it was. Taylor Bennett is pretty good.
I used to listen to Taylor Bennett way back when he released the Taylor Bennett show, but I haven't listened to him recently.
Yeah, Taylor Bennett. I haven't listened to his most recent project. But the one with the blue where he's looking up. I don't know why I can't think of the name right now. But
It's like
yeah, that one was very good. I mean, like back on topic with branding for artists, it can be not done well. It can be done well. Drake does it very well at this point. Like he's sort of invincible. He can do what he wants. Yeah. But it's definitely hard, and when it's honest, it's definitely hard because then you have to. It can be stressful because your view or not your viewers, but your fans, like who honestly do love your music, will want the same thing. So it's just like, okay, how do I balance doing what I want versus?
You know who doesn't do it well? You know who doesn't do well? Future. And I love Future, but he has a brand and he's stuck with it so well that he can't do anything else now. He even said in an interview, he was like, bro, I'm done doing drugs. I'm done drinking lean, but I can't ever say, I wouldn't have ever said that because it's like, then I would have alienated my whole fan base. And it's just like, dang. Like, how sad is it that you actually really want to do other stuff, but because of, you've literally done your own brand so well that you're trapped. Dang, you know?
Future, his brand is so strong now that he can literally do whatever he wants, and niggas still gonna love him because he's Future. Proof of that is that he switched up a lot of the shit, like Hendrix. It wasn't just like, you know.
I don't think people really fuck with Hendrix like that.
Niggas loved Hendrix.
You sure?
Yes. Niggas loved Hendrix. In fact, the fact that he's doing a Hendrix 2, because that's what Feds did a sweepers on Hendrix, right?
I think they like certain songs from Hendrix.
Like,
I don't think they like the whole project.
niggas love the sound of Hendrix. Like, niggas loved Hendrix. Like, niggas are excited because he said he's gonna do Hendrix 2. Niggas were happy about that. Yeah. The Future Hive, whatever. Either way.
Bro, they photoshopped him with a picture of Martin Luther King. That shit
Yeah,
every time it comes on Twitter, bro.
but my point is that, like, Future, even after the interview came out where he's like, yeah, I don't even do drugs anymore, nothing really happened to his image, like, at all. The only thing I think that might have hurt his image is this thing that happened recently with Nip. And he was like, yeah, we need more niggas like us. Future doesn't really do much.
Don't let fat bitches into the club.
Apparently, he didn't say that. Supposedly. If Future's to be believed, he didn't say that explicitly.
People don't see it out of his character. And then people thought he did some OG shit when he said that too. People were like, damn, this nigga's sort of cold. Like on some Godfather stuff.
Yeah, it was so wild that you had to respect it.
Exactly what it was. It was just like, damn, shit, he got that much power.
It's like he doubled down on his misogyny. So it's just like niggas like, yeah, this nigga's an OG misogynist, dog. I can't even be mad at it. Like, this is right up his alley.
It's like if he was bench pressing misogyny, nigga said, put some more weights on there. I got that. Nigga said, damn, he sort of swole. He swole with it.
Like, this nigga was like if misogyny was like a gang, he had just like cemented his rank as like a commander in this shit, bro.
It's not even commander.
He was like, look, bro, I really run this misogyny shit. This is really what I do. Y'all niggas dabble. Y'all niggas dabble in misogyny. He's like, y'all niggas just dabble in misogyny shit, bro. I was born in this shit. He's the bane of misogyny.
Brands are difficult. They definitely are. With like making, as an artist, making what you want. But I think, yeah.
I think the great thing about branding now is your artistry doesn't even have to be on par with your brand. If you're like, yeah, exactly. Like, now it's more of the brand than the fucking like artistry. Another, yeah, unfortunately.
And he's suffering now.
But somebody that I really look like as a model of that is Joe Budden. Joe Budden's rap music I don't know why I said rap music instead of just music, but Joe Budden's music is like a lot of niggas didn't listen to it. Uh, those that do, he got kind of like a cult following. But now he's like very big in hip hop journalism and like the way he's transformed his brand uh, from just being angry nigga on the internet to like a respected and knowledgeable source of information about hip hop and like just giving people a platform. I really respect that. And like the strongest fucking brand transformation I've seen.
Whoever's on his team needs a raise because they
It's just him. No, it's just him.
That's insane.
It
Yeah.
seems like it's just him.
No, it like he really. I mean, it's him, Rory, and Maul. Like them niggas.
That's so wild.
Yeah, like it's just Joe.
I just hope artists continue to be true to themselves and real with themselves and not trying to. Because one thing I hate, it's just when people just focus on brands and so they do things for brands.
It's not you can't build a lasting career off of that shit. And I mean, even like Dusan just said, Bonk's whole shit. I don't know. Bonk was like really popular, unfortunately, for the coonery that he was doing. And like it didn't do anything because his antics were so outrageous that the fact that he has a sex tape going out, nobody cares. He did shoot himself in the leg. Yeah, he shot himself in the leg too. Yeah, with no jumper, and he was fucked up. Like he's killing himself to try to stay relevant. It's sad. Yeah, but brand. I think it's crazy now that in this age of social media and everything, that the brand has become more important than the music.
Especially because people do it every day on Instagram, and it's just like you might just put stuff in formats, or because you end up curating what you put up, and then it can subconsciously even you might not even notice it, but you're just trying to brand yourself, Yeah. Yeah, Cardi B killed it. She did it. I think she did it genuinely as herself. I think a lot of this stuff is genuinely her.
We can't say what. So it's very hard to say it was genuinely somebody when they come from reality TV. Because how much of reality TV is reality?
That's facts. It's hard. I think they find people and they're like, oh, you can be a character. Some people feel like are actual actors, but I think some people in reality TV where it's like, are just characters in real life. So they're like, oh, we have to put her on. We have to record her because she's gonna act up. I don't know. To a certain point, I guess if you ever want to judge that, you just have to trust how your spirit feels about this person. Be like, oh, I feel like they're being honest. But otherwise, you can't tell. It's facts. You never know.
At the end of the day, I think that the most important thing when it comes to this branding yourself as an artist or as a person, period, is to just be yourself. Like, whatever people tell you to do or to be, take it into consideration, of course, because, whatever it may be, you're still trying to sell something at the end of the day. But just be uniquely yourself. People didn't jump on Earl Sweatshirt when that whole situation came up with when he smacked dude's phone out of his hand, because they were like, well, on one hand, dude was being like crazy obnoxious, but on the other hand, it was also known, dude, this guy made an album called "I Don't Like People." Why would you do that?
Yeah, like I think now somebody like it's becoming like if your music is good enough, your brand doesn't matter. Like, for example, Black. This is true. Like, Black is some super low key dude. I've listened to a couple podcasts and interviews with him, so I know a little bit more about him than I feel like most people do. But Black's music is so good. Like, niggas don't even know that man's real name is Ricardo.
Really?
Yes, dog. That nigga's real name is Ricardo.
Atlanta artists have the greatest name.
His name is Ricardo Valentine, which could be an R&B name in itself. But like this nigga's exactly like Black's music is so good that his brand almost doesn't matter. His aesthetic fits in with his music perfectly. but his brand.
It's a form of branding.
But he's like just chill ass dude. Jid, I fuck with Jid too.
X's real name is Monteo Lamar Hill.
Where the fuck does the Nas come from?
No idea.
Lil Nas X.
I don't know where the X came from. Malcolm X?
Maybe.
Because he's a revolutionary?
Maybe he's Lil Wayne plus Nas plus Malcolm X. That's why he's leading this rap music revolution. Because Lil Wayne was one of the biggest crossover artists of all time, brothers.
Can we drop like some bomb sound effects after that? Because
Wait. The chameleon. Drake as a chameleon. What is a chameleon? A reptile. What is also has scales? A snake. Drake, snake. Rhymes on time. I'm just saying.
Whoa. All right, well, we're gonna now head off into the last section. We're glad that all y'all stick with us to this point. Again, this is Radio. Tell a friend. Yes, sir. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a girlfriend to tell a child to tell everyone else.
I need y'all children to grow up on this shit. And then they be like, damn, them niggas inspired me to do some shit. And then we can get a check from your children. You dig?
Also, new Radio merch designs have dropped, so you may as well go ahead and check the website right now too. Or if you're already on the website, go ahead and check that out. And yeah, it's pretty fire, man. All right, so we're gonna head off into the last section. This is all turn up, just to ride out. If you have ever been in a mosh pit, you already know what's about to happen. For this last section, I definitely want to highlight a few artists, especially some of the earlier sections. We premiered Coffee, her song Rapture. Coffee is so good. Oh my God. Idris Elba makes music too. So we premiered that earlier in the first music section. Second music section, we played Emotional Oranges and Rihanna J. Definitely check those two artists out. And for its final section, my man's Black Fortune. You already know how that goes. We are also premiering Butch Dawson, straight out from Baltimore. I think he dropped one of the best hip-hop EPs of last year. And so we are premiering his song, Feel Nobody, on here as well. Also, our Reese LaFleur, coming straight out of Atlanta on his debut album, self-titled Reese LaFleur. And yeah, shit. Let's turn up.
Oh my God.
Radio!
DJ No Time.
Oh shit, oh my God.
I just bought a new grill, shining like a new whip. Adam got a new drip. I'm a nappy-headed black little cool kid. Yeah, I stack that, make that, break that, take that. Got 100 ways I can flip that, get back. All up in the money just to get back. Bitch, back up. No, you probably need a tic-tac. It's that. Bitch, you front on me. Why you wanna act like this? Rolling on my wrist so she wanna have kids. Cuffs on my wrist so the cops don't trip. I'm too fly to fight. Can't afford my price. This a white tee. Bitch, bite me. I'm on a high. They on the low. You killing my vibe. Get out my zone. Said I'm on a high. They on the low. You killing my vibe. Get out my zone. I'm the best in the group chat. My niggas won't admit that. 31 hoes in my FaceTime, and I'm the one to hoop that. Rockin' and rollin' like Jack Black. Schooling you niggas like Jack Black. How could you not like Jack Black? I put that on my mama, nigga, no cap. Pull up a handed a Yos. He handed a John. So they wanna fuck for a picture. Bitch, this ain't a Groupon. This that CLBN. Go ahead, bump it with mom. Said she want a spot on my list. I told her go pray to your God. Yeah, I dig that, flip that, make that check back. When I wanna get it back, ASAP, it's that. Young nigga back, no six pack, fuck that. I'm too rich for the chit chat. Young black, fly to fight. Can't afford my price. This a white tee. Bitch, bite me. I'm on a high. They on the low. You killing my vibe. Get out my zone. Said I'm on a high. They on the low. You killing my vibe. Get out my zone.
pull up on scene, shoot out the roof. Pockets gon' big, check out the swoosh. I got the clout, check out the coupe. Chop out the spot, shoot up your Uber. Cough up the rats, I want the moolah. Hang with the slime, straight out the sewer. I got the clout, I make the rules. I made the drip, I got the moves. South, south, south song. 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 Hey, bitch, I'm lit like candle. Chop those swinging on candles. Pull out the drip for the camera. Pull up the rats like a ransom. Red dot of Rudolph, no prancing. All red cool like Sansa. Drip done stop on faucet. Blue faces got my pockets on slouching. Who hating got a big list of targets. Watch how I raise the machine. Turn this Gucci T into my scheme. Turn this team of room Adam Levine. Skater boy that love Avril Lavigne. Fashion so yellow, take the whole scene. Stuffing bands on my Saint Laurent jeans. Flip, watch how I sauce on your team. Pull up on scene, shoot out the roof. Pockets gon' big, check out the swoosh. I got the clout, check out the coupe. Chop out the spot, shoot up your Uber. Cough up the rats, I want the moolah. Hey with the slime, straight out the sewer. I got the clout, I make the rules. I make the drip, I got the moves. South, south, south song. 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 South, south, south song.
I prefer to get them executed. We beefing, so I'ma do it. Getting nauseous from embalming fluid. I burn them like Freddy Krueger. Talking nigga, time running out. Been in your bin, I'ma give him the run around. Expected a brick, but I gave him 100 rounds. 242, 2-3, that's a touchdown. Shake, 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 shake. I shake him like 7-Eleven. Chopstick, give him a ticket to hide. Just drop the barrel off my brand new Beretta. Shake, 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 shake. Shaking niggas cause I'm clever. Bitch, I'm your friendly neighborhood finesse. Snuck heavy metal through a metal detector. Don't get caught in my neck of the woods. I'm getting neck in the woods. New little blickety back in the hood. I'm moving back to the hood. Shame on these niggas paying for how you shoot close range and miss you a rookie. I need one to walk in if I chose my favorite rapper because they overlook. I do what I want, you do what I say. Hey, fuck it, I know it's cliche. I caught a case on the 8th and ran away, but that was way back in the day. I leave that pussy nigga at the Chesapeake Bay. Hey, part in my way. How you beefing with me and I know where you stay? Hey, come with me to pick out your grave. You want a fee? You gotta pay. You keep thinking it's sweet, but shit could get brave. Wanna bitch you with me? It better be HD. I stop sipping on lean and I think it hate me. Mama keep on trying to save me. Me and bro was selling dope like the 80s. My daddy was whipping the white some shade. He made the junkie gleam back like the Matrix. I prefer to get them executed. We beefing, so I'ma do it. Getting nauseous from embalming fluid. I burn them like Freddy Krueger. Time running out. Been in your bin, I'ma give him the run around. Expected a brick, but I gave him 100 rounds. 242, 2-3, that's a touchdown. Shake, 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 shake. I shake him like 7-Eleven. Chopstick, give him a ticket to hide. Just drop the barrel off my brand new Beretta. Shake, 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 shake. Shaking niggas cause I'm clever. Bitch, I'm your friendly neighborhood finesse.
Been had that, yeah. 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 I been had swag, yeah. Been had salt, yeah. Been had flavor, yeah. I been had rats, yeah. I been had this, yeah. Been had that, yeah. Been had swag, yeah. Been had rats, yeah. I been had that, yeah. Been had a bag, yeah. I been up in sats, yeah. We fucked it all that way, yeah. Guess on my ass straight. Phantom with act, yeah. Get money the fast way. Been had it the next day. Don't know how to act, yeah. Cause I been had it my way. I go and get it with my dead ones. Count up and make sure it's everyone. That money count inside my ringtone. You play with that boy and you dead wrong. Have your mama sing a sad song. I'm that nigga cause I said so. I been kicking flavor that way. Gucci this and that, yeah. Been having fashion, yeah, like it that way. Been had the ass spread, yeah. All red form, well, shout out my slats, yeah. Been had that, 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 yeah. I been had swag.
Pockets is hot. Bitch get hot. I do like this. Splat? Hating on the nigga
nigga like your name George Bush. This that new shit like I'm a tourist. Don't leave the kitchen till I got a tourist. Pop a bear in that pussy and I need some poor wrist. Nicky Bobby on my body and I got endorsements. Put my dick in the wish, say rigor mortis. Put a tat on my face and she call me gorgeous. I done ran up the money, fuck a portion. Hey, Houston, we might have a problem. What? Houston, we might have a problem. What? I spent some lean in my phantom. I don't run no more bandanas. No, Houston, we might have a problem. What? Houston, we might have a problem. There is that guys in my wallet. Supreme just threw up in my closet. She ride on my dick like a Viking. Climb on my dick like a hiking. Your bitch is very exciting. She wanna do it no Nike. Hey, I rock the ski but no ski mask. Hey, I rock the mask from the hockey. Hey, I show the trick to your wee man. Hey, we disappear, won't say sorry. Hey, wipe me down, no sham wow. Speaking with the pistol, shit say growl. JG wet word, need my money now. How I walk about the bang bands heavy like ow. Hey, only tip a nigga if you mean just like a cow. Snub nose pistol make a nigga say ow. Finger on the trigger, make him kiss like now. Bitch, a freaky friend with the blade like bow. Hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah.
I took this bitch all on the dinner day. Singapore noodles on my dinner plate. Chinese food good, but I was Japanese. Chinese beef bad, but I was Japanese. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Did like a China man. Booth betting border from the island man. Kush packing from another island man. My bitch so bad she from the island man. It take your whole life time to find a man. You could spend your whole life trying to find a man. Even if you get a shit from my mind, you just a small fry, fucking with long timers, man. I took this bitch all on the dinner day. Singapore noodles on my dinner plate. Chinese food good, but I was Japanese. Chinese beef bad, but I was Japanese. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
1 2 1 2 1 2 1
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Came from the mud and the trenches, running and hopping the fences, packing the pen like a weapon, fresh out the pen like a sentence. Hush all the noise and attention. Glad that I got your attention. Guy the brother you're friends with. Now only come holler for guest list. Please see the exit. I done lost too many brothers this year to worry about new invitations. Still think about you like Neo. How'd I get stuck in the Matrix? Counting the 1 and the 0. Sorry, but this ain't the movies. You do not end up the hero. Your face do not make the papers. Maybe a couple of flowers on top of your hearse. Questioning what was it. Hop in the van and we skirt. Hope police get to you first. We do not need to converse. Save the forgiveness for church. Well, if them boy bad, not bad after we. Now I can't lay a hand on none of my G's. Well, if them boy bad, not bad after we. Them men are not bad, not of my G's. Well, if them boy bad, not bad after we. Now I can't lay a hand on none of my G's. Well, if them boy bad, not bad after we. Them men are not bad, not of my G's.
Came from the bottom of the swamp. Never forgotten where I'm from. Robbing what I want. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Now can mix by any means. You could have found me dead by 23. You hear the sound of skanks, you better leave. Where you gone? Where you gone? Where you gone? Woo. Shooter. Luger. Four fast in the waist. Man, I send a missile in a place. Look at many states. I'd rather kill him with the bass. Kill him with the bass. Kill him with the bass. Feel that in your chest, Timberland. Still caps in your head, this the man. Real family and friends on Instagram. And it began.
Story about a kid from the swamp. Story about story about
now can't lay hands on none of my G's. Well, if them boys bad, not bad after we. Them men are not bad, not of my G's. Well, if them boys bad, not bad after we. Now can't lay hands on none of my G's.
beat. Lawrence and Division brand got it tatted on me. Raised by my auntie, mommy, they got me. But it's nothing like the love coming from the blocky. I don't feel nobody, I don't feel nobody. I'm like, who are you? I don't know, you're like Gotti. I don't feel nobody, I do this shit for Ali. The world wanna stop me, I don't feel nobody. White killer to the max, for the shine I'ma go black. Black out on the project, black out with the Rolex. Tap out with the cushion net, pass out to the cash out, then I jet. Trap house, I ain't asked out, not yet. Hands down on the man now with a check. Touchdown up in Santown with a tech. Pop off, nigga got hard like Brett. Drippin' hot sauce on the cop car, right back. Not y'all, your top dog could rap. When I got swamp and the pores up my sweat. Father, I'm a sinner to the rest. I'm a starter, nevertheless. If you thought of a good ball though, with the best, nigga slaughter. Get your nug in your neck. I see it's green. I spot money on my fiends. What you mean? Who in every scene? Posing in the scene. Coming clean. Trouble on my mind. But you wanna rise. You some blood, sweat, tears, trap in a nigga. I don't feel nobody. I don't feel nobody. I'm like, who are you? I don't know. You're like Gotti. I don't feel nobody. I do this shit for Ali. The world wanna stop me. I don't feel nobody. I don't feel nobody. I don't feel nobody. I'm like, who are you? I don't know. You're like Gotti. I don't feel nobody. I do this shit for Ali. The world wanna stop me. I don't feel nobody.
Oh my god, it's DJ Motown.
My shit, fucked all the bitches, and then just like, what type of nigga is you? Fucking swamp boy, man, fuck that nigga. This shit for 4 years now.
325 for the pants. Cops never give me the chance. I'm giving niggas the hands. I be ahead of the plan. She give me head in the van. Made her my #1 fan. When I'm doing my dance, I am too humble to rant. But when I get up on the track, I run that shit like a track. Fucking that bitch with the tracks. I'ma go dumb on the track. Slip on me, that's a nap. Coming white, killer to the max. For the shrine, I'ma go black. Black out on the project. Black out with the Rolex. Coming white, killer to the max. For the shrine, I'ma go black. Black out on the project. Black out with the Rolex.
Radio. No hype. Just